Hmm. It says it's starting, but it hasn't started yet. Well, I'll continue. Maybe I won't continue. Okay. Hi, everyone. This is Dr. Gonzalez for the 8th grade uh, science curriculum at Carnegie Middle School. This is my stream for April 2nd. This will be uploaded concurrently with YouTube. Hi, Alessi. I already have someone here. Hi. Oh, and there is my cousin. Hi, Alicia. Anyway, so let me get to my agenda. Again, this is going to be on Instagram Live for a while, then also on my YouTube channel. So make sure if you have any questions to ask. So the first one is for LAUSD. So the superintendent of all schools, Tony Thurman, announced yesterday that we should not plan on returning to school this year. We don't know. There has not been an official word from LAUSD. Personally, I don't think we should, because I think the virus tends to dominate over everything else. So I think that, in my opinion, we shouldn't really be returning to work anytime soon, or you guys to school anytime soon. It's too hazardous, and it would be too much of an impact, I think, on families and the medical, what's it called, industry. I think it'd be too many people impacting hospitals and whatnot. So I don't think we should. But again, we don't know for sure. Although he did say that. Governor Newsom also said that yesterday too, that we should not plan on returning to school. It probably means we won't, but I'm not too sure. If I had to guess, it probably means we won't. So stay home. Okay, so in regards to Google Classroom, almost everyone's finished their work. Remember, everything's due by tomorrow at 5 p.m., and that includes the essay that's up there. There's also an essay that needs to get done. Honors group, you have your different essay than the normal group, so just keep that in mind. You follow the directions for that. If you need more time, your parents have to contact me. Not you, your parents. So I need to hear from your parents as to why you're late. And that's fine. But just, again, have your parents contact me, drop me a line, shoot me an email, text message, or something, so I will know that you're late. Again, if you're going to be late, because I just saw someone join that tends to do things late, if you are going to be late with your materials by turning them in tomorrow at 5 o'clock, you need to have your parents message me. Again, via email, text message, or something. Schoology works too. Next week is spring break. That means there's not going to be any work assigned. I know spring break, it's like this whole last 2 weeks, 3 weeks has been spring break. But spring break will be next week. There won't be any work assigned, but work will be up on Google Classroom starting on April 13th. So you still have to do the work. But next week is a break for you guys, so just spend it with your families and play more Minecraft. Someone in the live chat last week was actually thinking about creating a culmination ceremony on a Minecraft server. I thought that was hilarious. I was like, that'd be kind of cool. I don't know if it's going to happen, but if we don't go back, that'd be awesome. Until next week, there's no spring break and no work assigned, and we'll start up again on April 13th. It's on Monday in Google Classroom. I've been asked a few times about Zoom. I don't use Zoom. I don't use it for various reasons. One of the main ones is that it's very hackable. I mentioned this to people several times, but no one ever listens to me. I mentioned this several times to people, but again, they don't really listen. I don't use Zoom. It's got a lot of issues. And a lot of bandwidth issues. So don't plan on me using it anytime soon. Email, text messages are great, but for Zoom, it's too much of a hassle, and I'm not a big fan of it. Let's see, what else is there? Schoology. So there have been a lot of problems with Schoology. Same thing. Sometimes it crashes. Well, a lot of times recently it's been crashing. So I don't use Schoology. Your other teachers do. Your other teachers use Zoom, and I totally get that, but I'm just not a big fan. So don't plan on me using Zoom or Schoology for stuff like that. Bernardo, no, I am not a hacket. You mean hacker? I can't tell you. But Hackett, no, I'm not a Hackett, Bernardo. Anyway, so if you have problems with Schoology, the best you can do is wait till the afternoon when it slows down. Looking at some of the bandwidth times on one of the websites, it seems like most of the traffic goes through Schoology in the morning between 6 a.m. because we're not the only school that uses it. Between 6 a.m. and about 1 p.m. So if you're having a hard time going on to Schoology in those times, I might suggest waiting and letting your teachers know if there's an issue. Zoom, same thing. I don't use it because it's slow. It's not that great, and yeah, not a big fan. Now talking. Oh, so Breezy, you aren't paying attention. All right. So Breezy, I'll get to your question when I'm done because I already answered it. Let's see, going with Schoology pins. So some people are having issues with Schoology pins. In front of your science notebook, you should have your student ID and your pin and your birthday, because I prepared for an eventuality where you guys need to reset your pin. So if that happens, you can certainly go here. I'm going to put this in the show notes. And it's in right now. You go to that website and then put in your PIN and put in your birthday and your student ID. Now, if you aren't able to get a hold of me, any of your teachers should be able to look up your PIN. If they have you as a student, they should be able to get your PIN for you. If they don't have you as a student, they can't. So you're going to have to contact one of your teachers if you cannot get in. Doesn't matter who it is, if it's an 8th grade, 7th grade, 6th grade, whoever it is. But again, if they have you currently as a student, and I only have 8th grade students, but if they have you currently as a student, they should be able to get your PIN. So if you have a brother in 6th grade or 7th grade, they have to contact that teacher to get that PIN. So one thing also is iPad issues. It looks like the iPads have been really, really messing up on a couple people. Yesterday, it took a while for someone to reset their iPad. I don't know exactly what happened to it, but it just wasn't working. So having said that, if there's iPad issues, Mr. Ivy did put detailed instructions on perhaps how to fix your iPad on the Carnegie website. So go to carnegiems.org for the website and look up the iPad issues that you're having, and he made a little guide there to walk you through it. Let's see, the last thing I have to talk about before we go into the classwork is the coronavirus. So the state of California has suggested, and when I say suggested, they suggested it quite a bit, to make sure you wear a mask, and please wear a mask. Whenever you go out, please wear a mask. You may not want to wear a mask, because even though you may not be sick, people around you may be sick, and it will inhibit you catching the virus. So please make sure you wear a mask. A handkerchief will work, not as good, but any kind of mask will work. So please keep that in mind. Something to cover your mouth, not your hand, but something that's hopefully 2 layers. Like if you have a bandana, make sure it's flipped over so it's folded over twice, and then covering your mouth, that'll help. But something to cover your mouth with. Gloves would be great too. Heck, ski gloves will work. Make sure you wash your hands and make sure you stay home. Some people just haven't stayed home for some reason. I mean, I understand you get bored, but you're not helping anyone. Except for yourself, and you might even end up getting sick, or even if you don't get sick, a carrier. You might be a carrier. Here's an example. Let's pretend you go to 7-Eleven. You buy something over there. someone may have coughed on that gum you're buying. That virus can live on to that wrapper for almost a week. So having gloves, wearing a mask, it can really help you. Going out to get even that, you really, really, really shouldn't be going. And if you have to, make sure you get gloves and a mask. Even like skateboarding. I saw some kids down the street skateboarding the other day, and they're like, "Oh, look at us, we're so cool," that kind of thing. And they're on the rails and they're doing their little tricks and whatnot. And I'm like, wow, their hands are all over that rail, and they can easily be spreading the disease or picking it up and passing it along. It's called being a carrier. They can take the disease and certainly give it to somebody else. And they found out recently that people who are older have a hard time with it. So please make sure you are careful. Okay, so now that's done. Let's get to Breezy's important question. Are we going back to school? Well, I don't know. So Breezy, at the top of this live stream, I did cover about how Tony Thurmond, the superintendent of all schools of California, said that we should not plan on returning to school. The governor said the same thing. So we're probably not going to go back. If we do go back, it'll be for something very, 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 very small. Like maybe we'll go back for a week to turn your books in or whatever. I don't even think that's going to be the case, though. They're probably going to just have you drive by and drop off books or whatever. That's my opinion. I don't think they're going to have you guys back. Now, we haven't heard yet from LAUSD or anyone else. But having said that, the LAUSD could certainly say, well, you know what, we're still going to go back. And they could. Hopefully they won't, but they could. But as far as I know, we probably won't go back. There's no official word yet. Difference between a host and a carrier. They're virtually the same, like Isabel said, but I think a carrier would be asymptomatic. A host symptomatic. That means a carrier probably would not exhibit the symptoms per se, and the host could exhibit the symptoms, like they're actually hosting the virus party that's going on in your body. A carrier means they're just delivering it around. Let's see, any other questions about the work? Again, the essay is going to be due tomorrow. All the work is due tomorrow by 5. It should be pretty automatic. This is stuff we've done in class. You're just doing it now solo, so it makes it a little bit easier. Let's see. That would be correct, Isabel. Parasite. All right. Anyone have any questions? No. Okay, so just make sure. I know that some people were going to log in today, but I haven't seen them yet, so I'll hold on for a little bit. In the meantime, I'm just curious, does anyone have anyone sick in their home? I'm just curious. You don't really have to say it's you, but I'm just curious. I've recently actually had 2 of my high school classmates die because of it. So I was a little concerned about that. They're around my age. It was kind of weird to see on Facebook. So yeah. And I know of 3 other people that currently have it who are now feeling much better. Mostly over the age of 40. But that's it. Beyond that, we're all okay over here. Oh, you were sick for a week and a half. Whoa. Well, I'm glad you're feeling better. Just, again, make sure you stay home and take care of yourself and keep that mask on, because you don't want to get someone who's older, like me, sick. Again, people who are older are really the ones that are being affected by this, and that's really, really bad, because their body can't handle it. A regular flu, because Angelica, you are a doctor. No, I'm kidding. Some of the differences between the regular flu and the corona is that the cough is a little bit different. And with the regular flu, you know you're getting it, and you feel like, you feel like crap. With the corona, you probably can function for a couple of days, but it just really is more in your lungs, and it's hard to breathe. So that's probably one of the main differences, along with the coughing. Pardon me, I just coughed. No, I'm not sick. But coughing, it's a very shallow cough, and it's pretty consistent. So those are some symptoms. But again, just make sure you don't get anyone else sick around you. Michael, I don't know why you're posting dog icons. I don't get it. Woof, woof, woof. Is that what it's supposed to mean? Did you have corona because you were wheezing? Maybe you did. I don't know. But it's okay. Again, the idea is not to spread it. Just don't spread it. Michael, I'm assuming you had a question, because if you have a question, let me know, because the essay is due for you. Okay, so Michael, if you have a question, please ask. Let's see. Anyone else have any other questions? Let me see. All right, again, right now, as it stands, most people, I would say, out of the 144 students that I have for Google Classroom right now, about 100 have finished almost everything. So there's about 44 of y'all, as Angelica said, that have not finished things, specifically the essay. And this is all due tomorrow. It's all going to go into Schoology. So trust me, I'm going to put it all in on Saturday, and you're all going to hate me if your grades go down, but it is what it is. So again, all this goes in, and I'll let your parents know about any lowered grades. Right now, it seems like most people are doing the work and doing pretty good with it. One of the issues is that just make sure you read the directions. Here's an example. For number 5 for this week, it said, and I will read it to you, summarize the article in 5 sentences. Ask one in-depth question, and then go online and try to find the answer, or think of a way you can find the answer. Here's an example. You summarize the article, and then say, well, how do we know evolution is really real? Well, that'll be a question you can ask. So what kind of experiment would you perform, or where would you go online to figure out the answer for that? What would you need to do to get the answer for something like that? That would be something you would need to do. Oh, you're David. Oh, I thought you were Michael. Hi, David. Well, David, I hope you finished the essay, but you usually finish pretty fast now, so it's good. Just stay away from Angelica, because she had la corona. Let's see, what else is there? Going through. I'm kidding, Angelica. Calm down. All right. So there, with the digital format, one of the things you had to do, and I'm opening up one right now. Alicia just turned it in. One of the things you had to do was insert a picture. If the picture's too big, try to shorten it down. Looking at one of them right now, the pictures are huge. Come on, you know how to shrink a picture. So shrink it down, use a smaller font if you can. I can still read it. It's just, try to do that for me, please. Makes it a little bit easier. But this person did a pretty good job. And make sure you rewrite the word in your own, the definition of the word in your own words. Google does have a plagiarism check on there. And I am using it for the essay, so please keep that in mind. Okay, there's about 2 or 3 of you who like to borrow words, and so don't do that. Okay. Beyond that, I think that's it. I got a lot of people who are done though. It's nice to see. It really is. I mean, I know you guys don't like doing this, the online work. You'd rather be in school, but it is crazy how much work I'm getting back now. So kudos to you. Give yourself $5 for that. You know what? Make it 10. Make it $10. Give yourself $10. Let's see. So there's some people in my period 4 class and 2 class that have not finished yet. Period 5, I'm actually missing some students. I don't know where they're at. Not missing them emotionally. I'm missing them like on Google Classroom. So I think you might want to tell some people to log in because these grades are going to go in on Saturday. So make sure like people like, well, I won't say, but there's some people missing. Okay, so it's 3:23 p.m. Anyone have any questions? I think Angelica's just here to hang out, right, Angelica? That's okay. You'll be my co-host. Angelica, actually, maybe we can make you my co-host. That'd be pretty funny. That'd be kind of cool, though. I'll think about it. I can probably figure something out. That'd be kind of funny, but odd. All right. Someone asked yesterday about the Instagram thing I put on my story. It was not real. It was funny, though, because people were freaking out. It was nice to see. People freaking out. It was not real. It was funny though. I think I got like 20. I think it was 19 maybe. Messages asking if it was real. It's like I didn't respond. It wasn't real, but it'd be funny though. But they can't do that legally. Yes, Breezy, it was hilarious. I know. Calm down, Breezy. It was hilarious. It did not scare you, Angelica. You know it didn't scare you. Okay. Let's see. I have someone asking on YouTube. Okay, the essay. So someone's asking about the essay. Okay, so let's take a look at the essay. That's the one thing I think people are waiting to do. So on the norm essay, and this is for the people who are just regular 8th grade students, you had a prompt to respond to. The prompt is about wolves and coyotes. Paragraph 1, you introduce the topic. Paragraph 2, explain 3 reasons why, or explain your answer and 3 reasons that justify your answer. Why would one survive over the other? And then paragraph 3 is a conclusion. So I'm not asking for amount of words or sentences. Just make sure you answer the question. A paragraph's not a sentence, though, so please make sure it's more than a sentence. So that would be one of the questions that was asked. And then since I'm already here, I'll cover the honors one too. The honors one was a little bit different. The honors one involved you specifically talking about an animal. You had to pick an animal or a plant. Gosh darn it. Here it is. Pick an animal or a plant that you felt was had traits that exhibited that helped it to survive in the population. So, for example, in my sample essay, giraffes. Giraffes have a long tongue because they can reach the very tops of the leaves, and that's where most of the carbs and nutrients are. So that would be one thing. But you're supposed to pick an animal or plant that you think that has shown those traits to help it endure in a population. And the sample essay that was in there was a 3 out of a 4. It was all right. So just make sure you do better than that. Okay. Let's see. I want to go back to school. Yeah, part of me does, Angelica. I have to say, there's about, how should we say this? There's about 90% of you guys that I wish I could see. Again, I'm not going to say what 90, but about 90. It'd be kind of fun. The other 10%, it'd be interesting to see you. But 90% I would like to see you guys soon. The other 10%, curious how you guys are doing. Just really want to know what's going on with you guys. So yeah, I have to say I'm really curious how you guys are doing with this whole thing. Period. That's racist, Angelica. Like I'm curious how, like Jeanette, how she's doing, and my period 3 class. Like Corey, he was working pretty good until the break, so I'm curious. I hope he's still working hard. Yeah, some other people. Yeah, hopefully you guys are okay. Are all the 8th grade activities canceled? Probably, Breezy. Probably. I'm not saying for sure. If I had to guess, probably. And I'm just curious how the money is going to be returned, if they return it at all. Under 10%. Let's goo. Why would I want to goo, Bernardo? I don't get it. No, you ask interesting questions, Bernardo. So yeah, I'm curious how you be. Hopefully you're okay. Hopefully your family's okay. So yeah, in terms of money, I'm curious how that would work. Are we going to go back for culmination at least? Probably not. Someone mentioned that we should have culmination in a Minecraft server. That'd be awesome. I would fully support that. Anyway, so I hope you guys are doing well. No one's sick. I really do wish the best of health to you guys. That'd be the worst thing, I think, is just you guys are getting sick. And I don't want to see you guys get sick, to be honest with you. So I hope everyone's staying healthy and making sure that they stay home and not get out and start doing stuff they're not supposed to do. Bernardo. Anyway, so I think that's it. If you guys have any questions. If you know of anyone that has not signed up for Google Classroom yet, please make sure you let them know. There's about 10 students who have not. I've already tried contacting them, but if you hear from them or see them, please let me know. And that's it. It's 3:30 now. I'm supposed to stay on for an hour, but I don't think you guys really want to hear me blather on for an hour or so. But there are ways to get a hold of me. Again, if you have questions, 562-726-3258. And if you email Dr. Joseph.Gonzalez at gmail.com. On YouTube, there is tinyurl.com/Dr. G YouTube, so you can replay this cast over if you need to. Schoology is also a different way. And again, for those of you who are having a hard time with your PIN, I put that link in there too, so that way you guys can navigate to that page, put in your PIN and your student ID and your birthday. Okay, any questions? Bernardo, you're funny. You're not in the 10%. And Breezy, you're not tired. I don't know who some of these people are though. Oh, I see Rick, who's going to probably ask me a question that I just answered. In about 15 minutes, he'll DM me asking me a question that I just answered. I wish I could bet. That'd be awesome. David, hopefully you're doing well. I was actually bummed out because you were doing really good in your classes, from what I understand. So I'm a little bummed out that won't be able to see you culminate. I don't know who CJD Real is. I know who John Reed is. He's that guy that talks to. I'm kidding, John Reed. I'm kidding. JC? I don't know who that is. GCS Mine. I don't know who that is. Sergio. Hi, Sergio. Alyssa0517. I don't know who that is, but I'm assuming whoever Alyssa is, that's her birthday in May. The other Alyssa's here. Alyssa 29. She was from last year. Hi, Alyssa. I see Diego's here. This feels like romper room. Google something if you ever get a chance to. It's called Romper Room. ROMPERROOM. If you ever get a chance to, Google it. I see Jazer World. I don't know who that is. I see Nathaniel, Fabricio. You don't have any questions, Fabricio? That's what I'm here for. Let's see. Summer Ari. I don't know who that is yet. So Fabricio, if you have any questions, please ask. You're doing okay so far, but you gotta get some stuff done. But you'll finish it. They Love Lay. I don't know who that is. Oh, look at you. Someone just joined. My fellow Star Wars geek. Alright, well, right when she logged in, apparently I have to go. So if you guys have any questions, again, you have ways to get a hold of me. This is in the YouTube, and it'll be on my Instagram live for, I guess, I don't know how long it stays, like a day. But you can go to YouTube and look it up that way. Like and subscribe. I feel like a shill for your likes and subscribes, but that's okay. I'm not making money off it. All right, Angelica, have a good one. It was nice. I'll have to figure something out. Maybe we can make you a co-host. That'd be awesome. I'll figure something out for next time I have a live stream. That'd be funny. Maybe Breezy too, because Breezy's really like. Maybe Bernardo, maybe David. Ooh, that'd be cool. Like a group chat we can all like telecast. Bernardo, David, Angelica, Isabel. Well, that'd be fun. All right, guys. Let me know if you have any questions. Hi, Crystal. I didn't see you there. Crystal, you're in 10th grade, aren't you? Okay. Well, if no one has any questions, I'm going to take off. Let me know. Again, there's ways to get a hold of me if you have questions. Everything's due by tomorrow at 5 p.m. If it's after 5 p.m., I'm only going to give you credit if I hear from your parents. So please make sure I hear from them. All right. That's it. So if you have any questions, let me know. All right. And have a good one.